The opinions expressed on this program are solely those of its hosts, guests, or callers, and do not necessarily represent the opinions of WTBR-FM, its management, other producers, or sponsors.
Hold on to your dentures, Grandma, because it's Wednesday. And that means it's time to dive headfirst into the steaming pile of, well, let's just call it content that is not your cup of tea. We're back, baby, bringing you the radio show that's more offensive than your uncle at Thanksgiving, more confusing than a tax form written in Klingon, and more likely to make you question your life choices than a fortune cookie that tells you to reevaluate everything.
I ate a whole bunch of fiberglass insulation. It wasn't cotton candy like that guy said.
Prepare for an auditory experience so bizarre, so off the rails, so utterly devoid of common sense that you'll wonder if you accidentally wandered into a parallel universe run by monkeys on caffeine. We're serving up a symphony of sarcasm, a ballet of buffoonery, and a heaping helping of what were we thinking? So grab your helmet, buckle your seatbelt, and prepare for impact, because we're about to unleash another episode of Not Your Cup of Tea, the only radio show guaranteed to lower your IQ and raise your blood pressure. Let's get this show on the road before we get sued.
Yeah, let's get this show on the road. What's up? This is Chuck and Billy's Not Your Cup of Tea. Right now, it's just Chuck. Billy might be a little late. So we just wanted to welcome you to Chuck and Billy's Not Your Cup of Tea on WTBR 89.7. Jesus, I can't even talk. Anyway, WTBR 80.8. No, forget it. Anyways, we'll do that at 4. So welcome to Chuck and Billy's Not Your Cup of Tea. Thank you for listening to us. I appreciate it. Well, right now, me. So I don't know where Billy is. I hope Billy's listening to the radio. Hey, man, what's going on? Hope you're coming in pretty soon. It'd be great. It's been a week, man. This rain is just driving me insane. I can't deal with it. I can't. It's obnoxious, like super obnoxious. It's getting to the point where it's so annoying that the sun just says, I'll come out for a little bit just to peek out, and then I'll cover myself up so you can't enjoy it. You know what I mean? Just, hey, I'm here, but I don't want to be. And the clouds just cover it and say, hey, we don't need you here right now. We're going to be here for a week. I guess it's an entire week of rain. I mean, are y'all ready for that? An entire week of rain. I thought that was supposed to be in April. April showers bring May flowers. I mean, I'd never heard of it being May showers bring May flowers. Maybe May showers bring June flowers. I'm not sure how that works. I'm not positive. I'm really not. I mean, whatever. It is what it is, right? I mean, I'm sure it's going to be beautiful next week. I mean, I hope. I mean, I haven't checked the forecast or I haven't figured out what it's going to be. But, hey, it is what it is. So, yeah. It's kind of weird doing this by myself again. Little under the weather here. Little stuffy. I sound like I'm holding my nose while I'm talking. It's the pollen. I know it's raining, and people are going to say, hey, it's not a big deal. No big deal. It's just pollen. You're not going to die. I feel like I'm dying. It's pretty brutal, It's not too bad. But, let's hit it up. Get it done. You know what I'm saying? All right. So, I don't know if anybody else out there is allergic to pollen or, have issues with that, but it's not fun. It's definitely not a fun feeling. It's not a fun feeling. Hey, Billy, what's going on, man?
Hey.
Howdy doody.
It's howdy doody time.
It is howdy doody time.
I can't believe it took me that long to get from my house to here.
I take the shortcut.
There is no shortcut. This is a straight shot, really. But there was so much traffic, and they were all going about 10 or 15 miles an hour under the speed limit, so...
What else is new? Everyone drives always under the speed limit. Like, I don't want to go too fast because there might be siren people. Yeah, they're called cops.
I have no idea. I don't know why.
Well, the construction's not fun either.
No. But there wasn't any on these streets.
No.
No, none. But because there is construction going on everywhere else, these streets are going to be more congested.
Yep, and they're going to be slower and slower and slower.
It took me to get from my house to the end of the street to like the end of Holmes Road. Okay, so I'm not even on the other end of Holmes Road. It took me almost 10 minutes.
Jeez.
It took me 5 of those 10 minutes probably to actually pull out of the street. You're like, nobody was letting me go, so I was inching out.
Nobody does that. There's no people that are nice like that anymore.
Sometimes.
I mean, it's occasional. It's probably
I ran into a couple of them today earlier in the day that let me go, you know.
They're like, you go, sir, it's a big truck. We don't want to get run over.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. But, you know, everybody's in a hurry to get home or wherever they're going. Just you know, take care of yourselves and don't hurt nobody else.
Yeah, don't drive too fast and stay off your phone.
At least, you know, if you're the first car in the row, drive at least the speed limit.
Yeah, drive a little faster so you're not making a train.
Yeah. I mean, it is so I get conflicted conversation on speed limits.
Yeah.
So you have somebody who will say, well, that's as fast as you can go on the road, but you don't have to actually go that
exactly.
speed. You can go below.
Yeah.
And okay, sure.
You can also go 5 miles faster than the speed limit.
Well, technically,
I mean,
technically,
I've been told that. It doesn't mean it's true.
Technically, I think they can pull you over and give you a ticket if they wanted to.
Yeah.
But they usually are pretty cool about it.
Yeah, if you're going like 10 or 12, then that's different.
Yeah.
Like me, when I did that on Dalton Ave. Oh, see you. And the cop was like, hey, what's going on? I was like, I'm good.
At least you didn't pull like a Jim Carrey and Liar Liar.
Yeah. I've unpaid parking tickets. Well, it was actually funny because he pulled me over and he's like, you know why I pulled you over? I was like, yep, I know exactly why you pulled me over. He's like, yeah, you were speeding.
Why do you think I pulled you over?
And he goes, I go, so he's like, can I have your license? I was like, I couldn't find the registration. He was fine with it because I was cool with him. And he was like, yeah, just give me your license. I was like, all right, cool. I was like, if I have any like warrants or anything, be gentle. And he just started laughing. And he was like, you know what? Here, take your license. I'll just give you a warning. Don't go fast. See, it's that easy, people. Be nice.
I think they can look up your registration just by your plate.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He just looked it up. He didn't even bother.
And they can tell.
He was like, you're like expired. You need to get that fixed, young fella.
See, my question is, if you know that you have an expired registration or an expired license, like if you know, not if you like, because they send letters out or whatever, and a lot of times people don't get the letter because maybe they moved or whatever, and they don't care if you got the letter or not. They just know they sent it, and that your license or registration is suspended or revoked or whatever.
Yep.
But I mean, you can go on and check yourself.
Exactly.
But at the same time, if you know that you have an expired registration and expired driver's license or suspended driver's license, why are you driving?
Exactly. See, that's the thing.
Then you get in trouble.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, I don't know why this is all happening to me, but maybe you should stay home and not drive on your suspended license.
Yeah. What is wrong with you? I actually
always try and find out.
I remember when I was driving in Nassau, which. I was driving Nassau. I was with my dad at the time.
Yeah, Nassau. Everybody knows about Nassau, don't they?
We love you. Anyways, so I was driving in Nassau, and I was with my dad and my daughter, and I got pulled over, and he was like, yeah, can I see your driver's license? I was like, yeah, sure, no problem. So I handed it to him, and he's like, can you get out of the car, sir? And I was like,
why?
I was like, did I do something wrong? He's like, no, I just need you to come over to my vehicle. And I was like, all right. So I come over to the vehicle. He's put your hands behind your back. And I was like, what?
Right.
He was like, you're driving on a suspended license. I'm like, wait a minute. What do you mean? And he's like, this license is from Tennessee. And I was like, yeah. He was like, yeah, your license is suspended in Tennessee. I was like, I didn't know that. I had no idea. He's like, yeah, we'll take care of it. Don't worry about it. And I was like, my daughter's in the car. He was like, oh. He didn't even see her because she was so little.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'll let you go. I was like, okay. He was like, don't drive the truck. I was like, no, come on, man. Like that. He's like, no. I was like, all right. So he was really cool about it.
Yeah.
He was like, here's the ticket. I have to give it to you. He was like, just go to the courthouse. I went to the courthouse. It's like being in my own living room.
Oh, man.
I was like,
I'm going to take off my pants and
take off my pants and my shoes. You're like,
I'm just going to get comfy. I'm going to make myself at
like
home.
chewing on chips.
Where's the TV? I'm going to put something on the TV and have some popcorn.
It was weird. It was like literally in my living room. I'm not
That's so
joking.
funny.
They had like freaking what was it? Like the metal chairs. I'm sitting there like, oh, just stupid.
Like the folding chairs?
Yeah. And there was no bail. I think there was a bailiff, but he was like, I don't know.
He's wearing shorts and a t-shirt.
He wasn't even wearing bailiff uniform. Yeah, basically. He's like, I got my printed cop uniform on there.
He's got like a little star that's been cut out and colored by his daughter.
Yeah,
it's like colored yellow.
Look, Daddy, look what I made you.
I made you a sheriff's star.
You're the best.
Yeah, but honey, I'm a bailiff. But so what?
So what? That means
Wear it anyway.
You're a good old cop. There, I'm not a cop, honey. I'm a bailiff. What's that mean? Like a little,
Yeah,
give him a
it's
big,
so funny.
a little sticker,
Yeah,
big silver star.
hello, my name is.
Yeah. Hello, my name is Bailiff.
My name is Buster.
Buster Bailiff.
Buster Bailiff.
It'd be a good name for our place. Buster Bailiff.
That would be. That's my truck's name, Buster.
Buster.
Buster Grimes.
Buster Rhymes.
Buster Grimes.
Buster
But,
Grimes.
Yeah, and the Chevy. Her name's Lucille.
Lucille. My car's name's Lulu, and my
Lulu.
wife's my wife's car's name is Abel.
Who else names their cars? Like
I
I
don't
know a
know.
lot of people that do, and then I know a lot of people that look at me like I have 10 heads. So I wonder how many people actually name their cars.
Well, you know people do it. And they're like, "Come on, Betsy.
Yeah, what's the
you can
name
go
of your
faster."
car? What's the name of your car out there?
Yeah.
You're driving it right now, I bet you.
Yep.
Is it Brad?
Broad.
Is it Broad?
Broad.
Is it my name's Chantel?
I'm
Is it Chantel?
Hi, my name's Chantal, and I can't drive really fast. Puff, puff, boom, boom.
I could see like a little like Jetta having that name.
What,
Chantal.
Chantel?
Yeah. like a little Jetta.
Yeah, like a Jetta or like a Golf.
Or they don't make them anymore, but Geo Trackers.
Oh, God. Or Geostorm.
Geostorm, there you go.
I love
don't
you,
make 'em anymore.
Chantal. Come on, Chantal. I'm going to wax you up there. You're so nice. And it goes, go, 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 go. Won't start? Come on. You tap her on the dashboard. Come on.
Yeah. It's okay. I love you. You start, please.
That's what my dad used to do. He had an old Subaru, and it was huge. And it was ugly, and it was white and rusted. And I was like, Dad, when do you get rid of this? He's like, no, I love that car. And it had almost 300,000 miles on it.
Wow.
And he started it.
They're good cars.
And it kind of started going, no, 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 no. He's like, no, no, no. And he taps, he goes, come on, Betsy. Come on, Betsy, you can start, baby. And then all of a sudden it was like, right now. I was like, there you go. He's like, there you go. I was like, what the? Why are you doing that?
Yeah.
Stop caressing your
I
car.
mean, you
That's
can talk to
creepy.
plants and they come alive, but
Yeah.
cars usually they don't.
Revved right up. I was like, wow.
It's got a little Christine in it.
Yeah, and we drove it around. You could hear the door flap. It was so like rusted and so bad. I was like, Dad, you need to get a new car. And he's like,
Yeah.
Nah, I got this thing's great.
It always makes me think when people have old cars. I mean, they are rust buckets.
Oh God,
And they're trying to
terrible.
fix them or whatever. You know, they're not actually like driving them on the roads or anything. They have them and they're trying to fix them. I just envision this whole scenario where they're driving down the road in it and the thing just starts falling apart, and then the last thing there is left is like the steering wheel, the seat, and the wheels.
The frame.
Yeah, the frame.
And you're just sitting there.
And yeah, wind blowing through your hair.
You know what I used to laugh at? Do you remember the old Ford Fiestas?
Yeah.
When people would deck them out, put rims on them, and then a stereo
The
system.
spinner rims.
Yeah, plastic one.
Yeah,
and
the
they're driving
plastic
around
ones,
like
yeah.
all leaned back, like, yo, what's up? I'm like, no, dude. That's a Ford Fiesta.
They had a subwoofer in their trunk, and you could hear the license plate hitting the
Yeah.
back. It was like, like, dude,
Come on, man.
it's awesome.
I love the sound of
It was cool though.
Yeah.
back then.
but not a Fiesta.
I didn't have one. No.
Not a Ford
no,
Fiesta.
No,
dude.
no, no,
Absolutely not.
no. If you had one, sorry.
Yeah, we apologize.
Yeah, sorry.
Hopefully it wasn't you with the spinner rims.
The plastic spinner rims, the Walmart ones.
Yeah, and then we get dirt on you.
They'd stop spinning. Like 3 of them would be spinning.
Sitting still, going.
Yeah.
Are you moving?
The fads when we were younger.
Yeah, the one that I hated when they had the big wheels on the freaking old classic cars.
Yeah.
I couldn't stomach that. Like 20-inch rims on a freaking old Cutlass. I couldn't stand it.
Well, you pay more for the tires than the
Yeah,
car.
I know. The car's like all just
Different
disheveled.
colors. It's like you can tell it was buffed out and they were about to paint it because like the door was white and then there was a white patch on the back.
Yeah, still got fresh Bondo on the quarter panel.
Yep.
Just driving to dry it.
I gotta dry it off.
So I can sand her down with my 120.
It dries faster when we take it for a ride.
Yeah. Oh, it was terrible. I hated those cars. Like they were all over Tennessee when I lived there. I was like, these are so dumb.
Cutlass?
No, the
the
big
cars with
20-inch
the-
rim.
yeah.
I was like, why are you doing that? I seen one with a Camaro. I was like, you need to be hit.
That's like
Stop.
ruining a vehicle, a classic car.
Yeah. It's
The
just
classics.
terrible.
My
like-
dad loves the classic cars. Like
I do too.
He had a Cutlass Supreme years ago.
Yep.
A couple of them, I think. One was like navy blue, and I think one was black.
Yep.
And they were those big boats, you know.
Yeah, they were beasts.
Yeah, you would. You know what? If you got into an accident with one of those, you would survive.
You'd kill the
You would
people.
survive. You would probably. Yeah, you would end up. If you had one now, you would end up
Especially
hurting somebody else.
Especially if you had to hit a Tesla.
Yeah,
It would disintegrate like paper.
the Tesla truck. Yeah.
What did I hit?
Yeah. Did I hit an animal? Did I hit a squirrel?
Yeah. What was that? Yeah. What? What the heck is that
What was
noise?
that? I'll have to.
You got the Tesla bumper stuck to your car.
Just the T.
Yeah. I didn't buy this.
What? That's not mine.
Get that off my car.
I need a scraper.
Got it.
And above the T is this bulldog.
Yeah. It's like the cars
Ornament.
now. It's like the cars nowadays are just they're garbage. They're
Yeah.
garbage. They're not even built
They're plastic
strong. They're
and-
not strong anymore.
I know.
Like I remember my mom got into an accident with me in the car and I felt nothing.
Yeah, right.
It was like wham, and I was like,
Yeah, and then they make them too so that you can't fix them. You have to take it to a technician
yeah,
because everything. So this is what happens: the engineers, they build the engines, right?
Yep.
They come up with the idea for the engines, and the engines are built outside the vehicle, and then they're dropped in. So they just fit. So you can't get underneath the vehicle and like take it apart like you used to be able to, or get on top of the vehicle, and you used to be able to like sit.
straddle on that bad boy. And
Yeah, you used to be able to sit inside that engine compartment and
Yeah.
just take it apart.
can't
if you
even
wanted
get
to.
in
You
there
can't,
now.
You can't. You just can't. There's bars going across it. Like no.
It's like roll cages. You should put them in the car, not on the engine.
Yeah.
People are like, "What was that?"
Yeah. So, but yeah. So that's our. I guess that's our little rant on cars.
Yeah, I
trucks
mean,
and
I love cars. I like the old trucks too, like the old Chevys.
yeah, the box trucks, like the
those
box
are
Chevys.
great, man. Those are great.
They don't make them like they used to.
They don't make anything like they used to.
Now they have them in showrooms, so like just at shows, you can't actually like buy a new box Chevy the way it used to be made in like the early '90s, late '80s, something like that. But they have them in showrooms.
They are making a Chevy Classic.
Not like vehicle show, like Toyota, for instance.
Yeah,
Like not
yeah.
in one of those showrooms, but like a show, like
Yeah,
a,
like you
Yeah.
can look at it, check it out, and be like, wish I
yeah,
had
you can
that.
walk around it and stuff, and it's like
You
okay.
can stare at it and be like, oh, that's nice. Wish I could have that. No, but I gotta look at this plastic pile of garbage.
Yeah, thanks for the teaser.
But it's funny because I was reading this. I was looking at a book the other day, and Chevy is making a classic Caprice wood paneled car.
Caprice.
Yeah,
You want to talk about
it's the old classic one with the door that
the
opens.
wood panels?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes me think of Vacation
Yeah.
with Chevy Chase.
Yep, it's got
The
the
wood paneling.
It's got the old door that used to open this way. In
Oh,
the
my
back.
goodness.
Yeah, it's got that. It's got the handle on it and everything. I was
Oh,
like, that
my
is awesome.
goodness.
I'm going to buy it just to relive my youth.
At least it's not a station wagon.
No, it is a station wagon.
What?
Yeah, it's the big station
the
wagon
big
back in the day.
Caprice.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Those always made me think of like weird people. Like oh, that's
serial killers?
Chester the molester in there. Like he's got big, thick Coke bottle glasses, and he's really
Hi,
big,
my
fat
name
guy.
is Tommy.
He's got like 2 little strings on his chinny chin.
Yeah, he's got
And
like,
he's greasy and weird.
like Adam Sandler does. Hey, man.
yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
man,
like-
what do you think of my beard, man?
I see like a station wagon, and I'm like, whoa. I did see one on a more recent date, but I can't remember if this year or last year. But I was kind of dumbfounded. I was like, I don't see those anymore. Like it was like the old style,
The old
80s,
classic ones.
80s, yeah.
Where you actually could sit in the back.
The back opened up, like you said. Like the back would open right up.
Yeah.
The window comes down. I remember
Those were the
I remember
best,
those.
man. 'Cause you could sit in the back. You can have the window down, just watch people and
Yeah,
wave
you,
at them
you
and
sit
stuff.
in the back with all the groceries.
Yeah, and the dogs, you're like,
Yeah, getting slobbered on.
yeah, like, yeah, it's like blowing in your face.
Yeah, but if I was sitting there with the groceries,
I'd be eating.
uh-huh,
Yeah.
I'd be like, ooh, what do we got?
I remember doing that. I remember there was a bag of chips in one of the bags when I was
Open them up.
I think I was like 7, and I was like doing it really slow so the
Yeah,
bag
so
wouldn't
the-
make any noise. My dad's like, "What are you doing?" I was, nothing.
Don't you touch those groceries.
He's like, "What are you pulling out of the bag?" Nothing.
Twizzlers.
Don't touch the chips.
Cupcakes.
Okay. Cupcakes. I want some Hostess cupcakes.
I'm just getting I'm getting an ice pop. They're gonna melt.
I was moving the bag with my foot because it was in the way.
It's in the bag.
You try to lie.
I can't sit like this anymore.
My knees hurt. I'm really old.
You're
I'm old.
stuck. You're stuck sitting in Indian style. You know, like,
You're like-
or, you know, crisscross applesauce.
And then your dad drives like a maniac, and you're like, "Bam!" The dog's
I
like,
guess
"What are you doing?"
I know. The dog's like, "Now you know how I feel."
Yeah. Oh my.
That's how we bonded.
Oh yeah, smacking the dog.
I don't think it was worse in trucks when you're sitting in the bed of a truck.
Oh, that's terrible.
It was fun though.
It was fun, but until they went around the corner.
Yeah, you had to hold on for dear life.
But nobody said, "Hang on." You're just like, "Wham!"
Yeah. Yeah, nobody warned you.
No, you're like, "My ribs."
They start
Ow, my
turning,
ribs."
you start sliding, you're grabbing at the bed of the truck. Like, yeah, don't you
tearing off your nails.
Yeah,
Ah! What's the matter? I'm bleeding.
the good old days.
Yeah, the days of being hurt.
No one ever complained though about
No.
it. Like you get bombed around in the back of a truck or bombed around in the back of a station wagon. You get out, you have bruises all over the place, and you'd be like, "Hey, that was fun."
And look what I got. Broke my rib.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Yeah, just wipe yourself off and get up.
It's like when you were a kid riding bicycles. You fell off it, you got right back up. Kids these days, they fall down like, oh my God, dude, really? You didn't fall that hard. Come on.
Hey, I know it hurts.
Yeah, it hurts.
We did it.
Yeah, I know, but it's like I went flipping. I remember the one time I didn't have brakes.
Oh no!
And I was stupid and stuck my foot in the front tire, went right ahead over heels. Bam! I was like, ugh, busted up all my knuckles. I was bleeding like crazy. What did I do? Get right back on and drove up.
Yeah, I had a little bicycle accident once. It actually, I couldn't ride after that for like the day.
You're like, I'm done.
Yeah, when we were kids, we used to do the most dangerous things.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
We found like all kinds of stuff. We would build jumps and we'd go off to jumps, and we'd find old plywood that if you stepped on it, it would crackle. It was like when
You're
you
like,
stepped on it.
perfect.
Yeah, like this will work. You get some big tires, you stick the tires on there or some cinder blocks, and you stick that piece of wood on there, and off you went. Right. Well, we were doing it all day long. We were riding our bikes, going off this thing. And I happened to just move just slightly a certain way when I was up in the air, and I
Yep.
couldn't bring the bike back around to put it back on its tires, and
God.
I fell like on my side, on my leg, and I put a hole with the bicycle itself,
Yep.
the handlebar. I put a little hole in the ground, in the street, in
Oh,
the
God.
concrete,
Perfect.
and I had bent the handlebar so that it was like almost at a 90-degree angle. So the other handlebar was out. The other and the one that I bent was at almost a 90-degree angle. So I was like, I was laying there for just a second because the bike was still. I was still on the bike, but on my side. And my friends all ran up and they're like, "Oh my God, are you all right?" I'm like, and so we get the bike out. They help me up. I'm looking around. I'm looking at everything. Nothing's broken, I don't think. Nothing's broken, I don't think. And so I went and sat down. About a couple hours later, maybe 2-3 hours later, I'm looking at my leg, right? I pull up my shorts. I'm looking at my thigh. There was a bruise. There was a bruise from my hip down to my knee on my thigh. And I was like, yeah, this hurts a lot. I sat out the rest of the day, but I laughed at everybody else when they were biffing their bikes. That was fun. Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny when you watch your friends smash their face. That's good. That's fun. You all right?
You good? You're good. You're good. You're not bleeding.
When they sit there and go, all right, get in my bike and go back and do it again.
Yep.
That's exactly what we did every time.
Because if you make mistakes, you learn from them, right?
Yep.
So you don't make that same mistake on the next run. So hopefully by the end of the day, you mastered that tabletop.
Yep. Exactly. I did it.
Right? A tabletop, and I landed on the wheels.
What was the one? Oh, I think one of my buddies, he jumped off the jump and he had a really weak seat.
Oh, no. I think I know where this is going.
Yeah, the seat went up and he hit. And he was like, wah! And that's all I heard. And he was like, like that. I was like, dude, are you okay? And he's like, no. I was like, are you sure? He's like, no. I just
have been violated.
I just turned back to the side and looked at him, and he was like, I was like, then I lost it. He was like,
lost it.
Then he goes, I hate you, man. I hate you. I was like, no, you don't.
Help.
You should hate you.
You'll never make that mistake again now.
No,
You're
I told
always
him.
going to check your bicycle.
I told him 1,000 times that, dude, that seat is way too loose. You need to tighten it. And he's like, no, I don't need to tighten it. I'm fine. I'm like, you're going to get hurt. He got hurt.
Yeah. Listen to your friends.
He had a bruise from,
all the way.
Yep.
Oof.
He was in he couldn't even walk. He had to walk like with his legs open. He like every time he came over, I'm like, why are you here? Go relax, man.
He had the double toaster oven.
Yeah. He had the garage door open. And I'm okay.
It's all good.
He was like, guys, go under with your roller skates.
Please.
Remember the 4-wheeled roller skates? Woohoo.
Yeah.
With the brake on the front that nobody ever used.
Yeah, I used to actually go to roller dances.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah, when I was younger. Before I lived in Pittsfield, I lived in New York.
Sparkly
just
pants.
over the mountain there. But our school had roller skating dances.
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah, and they would have like a little contest during the dance too. So they'd have you do these things, and you know I used to love it because I was like, ooh, I'm going to do this. And I actually won like second place in something, and I got a 45, and it was who was it? It was what was his name? It was funny. It was like on one side there was jump,
yeah,
and on the other side was like AC/DC.
Oh God,
yeah,
jump.
Yeah, I had jump on one side and like AC/DC on the other, and I was like, this is the coolest thing ever. It was a 45 record.
I got.
And I was like, I could never play it because I didn't have a record player. So I was like, this is awesome. And I was like, what am I supposed to do with this?
Can I put it in my laser disc?
I'm gonna play frisbee.
Can I put it in my laser disc?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
Remember those? Those are terrible.
Yeah. Before CDs came out.
Oh, they were horrible. They're like, just
This
hold
is
this and just let it slide in, and you take it out. Why? No.
Too much work.
They were expensive, dude.
No, this is a CD player.
The disc's only this big.
Yeah. It's really, really little compared to the Laserdisc.
Yeah, ta-da.
Well, I mean, it could be. They kind of did the same thing with 8-track, and then they came out with the cassettes.
Yep.
And it was like, 8-track was this big honking piece of plastic.
Yeah, it was
You put it in.
humongous. How
How cool would it be to come across a car that still had an 8-track player in it?
I would love it.
I think it would be awesome.
See, it's funny because records are making a comeback. Where's the 8-tracks?
Yeah.
That'd be great,
That
man.
would be pretty cool.
Yeah, it would. Like,
Yeah.
that sound and go. There we go.
It wasn't always the best, sound that came out of it.
Yep.
But that's what made it.
It made it
classic.
great.
It made it
Driving down the
classic.
road, listening to the AC/DC or
It's like records don't.
Fog Hat.
Records don't have good
No,
sound. To
that's
them
what I
either,
like
but,
about the classic ones. I like that little
Yeah.
scratchiness. I don't like the new ones because they're digitally done. I can't stand it.
You hear everything. It sounds great.
Yep.
Don't get me wrong. It's great. I love music, so
Yeah.
I love to hear it. But the old record turntables and the old records, the way it used to sound, it just kind of brings you back to the era that they came out with the music.
Exactly.
So if you were to listen to like jazz from like the 20s, would you want to listen to it digitally remastered, or would you want to listen to it in its raw form? Raw form.
Thank you for listening to Chuck and Billy's. Yeah, Jesus. Chuck and Billy's Not Your Cup of Tea on WTBR 89.7 and WSBR 88.1 in Lee. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Or group new to using the bus system or the process. We have a certified travel trainer that will make the process easier. Our travel trainer will ride the bus with you until you are more comfortable with how everything works. They can teach you about fares, how to read the schedules, how to get on or off the bus, and pedestrian safety. If you are interested in this service, please email traveltraining@berkshirerta.com.
Support for this public service announcement comes from Berkshire Community College and Park Square Productions.
We're back. We made it.
We made it back here. It was about 30 seconds, so you can't really go far in 30 seconds.
Nope, unless you're riding a bicycle.
Yeah.
Or walking, or
Takes
whatever.
30 seconds for me to make a decision.
Yeah. It's like, car or car?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, we're done.
I made my decision.
Ha-ha!
Yeah.
I do want SpaghettiOs.
Aha! Crap, I forgot what I was going to say.
I hate that. When you go into the living room and you're like, oh, I'm going to go do this. And you're like, what was I doing?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, I can't
It
stand it.
happens often. It happens often. I leave and go into the kitchen, and I'm like, why am I here?
Yeah, and you're like, then you go back out and you're like, oh, there's a memory that flowed by again. I caught it.
I didn't even need to go in the kitchen. I needed to go upstairs.
Yeah.
What the heck? What was I doing?
I went to open the refrigerator to get my coffee the other day because it was in the microwave.
Oh.
I was
yeah.
like, no. What are you doing? Jesus.
Pretty soon you're going to start looking in the refrigerator to try and find your keys.
Yeah. I've done that.
It has, or in the microwave.
So tired. I'm just like, it's not the table.
Yeah. I have no idea what I'm doing here. Is this even my house?
Where am I?
How did I get here?
Mommy. Wife wakes up. Stop yelling.
You ever notice the difference too? Like, okay, so I was in a very long committed relationship for a very long time.
Yeah.
So I do understand the married life because it was just like that.
Yeah.
And so here's the thing that never seems to skip marriages. When the dominant partner wakes up
Yeah.
in the morning, they're super quiet, right?
Yeah.
You got to be super, super quiet. If you wake her up, or you wake up the other person, you know that it's going to be bad, right? So you're quiet, super, super quiet. But when they get up,
Oh, my God.
the cupboards are smashing.
They're talking on the phone.
They're talking on the phone. And they're going to the bathroom 16 times. They start vacuuming.
Yeah, you remember when? And they walk in the room and you're like,
Yeah, but if you do that,
and then they go, are you awake? I am now.
yep. No, I'm just. No, I'm dead. Don't talk to me.
It's always, but don't disturb me when I'm sleeping tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah. You're side eyeing.
Yeah, you're creaking the floor. You open the door. It's like,
you turn on the water. It's just a tiny bit. You're like
even worse. Like,
you know.
slowly wash your hands so you don't make that.
Yeah.
You're like,
You're not even sure if you should flush the toilet.
yeah, you're like, oh, it's gonna be loud.
Close every door first, then flush.
Then you start coughing to make it quieter. People were like, "What? What's going on?"
But your eyes are wide, looking back and forth, making
you're like-
sure.
Anybody here? No.
Open up the cabinet.
Or if it slips, it goes, good news, and you're like, you start freaking out like there's a ghost in the house. She's going to come and kick me. She's going to kick me. I know it.
Grab the cereal box, and you're like, oh, boy.
You're like,
you open it up, you're like,
yeah.
you know there's paper in there. It's like when you...
And when you pour it, you put your hand in front of it. So it doesn't hit the bowl and make noises. It's like,
because the Frosted Flakes will hit the bottom of the bowl, and it's like, ting, ting, ting.
ding, 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 and you're like, here we go.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Or you'll do it
Pour
like
it in.
this. Like gently.
Just a little bit at a time.
Dump it in with your hand. And
Yeah, you tip the box, and then you just kind of take it out a little at a time. You put it as close to the bowl as possible. Unless you're one of those people who pours milk in before you put the cereal in.
Yeah.
Which
is
I don't
weird.
understand.
I don't either.
But
I haven't
hey,
figured it out.
I don't. Hey, teach their own. Whatever works for you. But I just don't think I could ever.
I do the cereal like you're pouring beer. You tilt the... There we go.
Yeah.
There's no foam in this one.
Yeah, I got it this time.
Don't worry, guys. I ain't going to wake you up.
Yep. And then
it's so
you're
bad.
eating it, so you don't want your spoon to
Go out on the
bowl.
porch.
Yeah, so
you're
Go out
quiet.
in the backyard.
And your luck, she comes out. Why are you out here? You're being so loud.
What? You got a mouthful of Frosted Flakes. And you're like, "Whoa." When you're looking up,
I don't know, man.
and then they hate you just for existing.
Yep. And then I go, yeah, I worked all day. Can you keep it down tomorrow? Yes, honey, I'll be so quiet.
I'll be super quiet.
Come on, guys, let's go walking.
I know, kids. It's time for school.
Hey, can you wake up? What? Why are you yelling?
Go take a shower.
And then they go, why?
Johnny.
I need you to get up because I need your help. With what? I don't know.
Can you take the kids to school?
Oh, my God. I wanted to sleep. You sleep all the time. What do you mean? You're always sleeping every day.
You're always sleeping.
You never let me sleep. What do you... Oh, don't even.
Yeah.
Don't even. There will be problems.
Oh man. You know, and this is the things that I see in the in the movies now. So you had some very relatable.
Yeah.
It's very relatable.
It is. It's great. I love it. Like, it's like, I always say something. I'm like, why?
Why?
Well, you're never quiet when I'm asleep. Baloney. I shut the door so quietly. It's like, like
Yeah.
hers is like, wham! It's like,
Yeah. My mom used to be really loud in the mornings.
Yeah, mine too.
like you could hear her walking. For a small woman, she sure could walk on that floor pretty
Yeah.
hard, I'll tell you. It was like boom, 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 boom. But it was really funny because she would actually walk really quickly through the house. So it would be like and I'm like, what is she doing? Is she running a marathon down the hallway? What is she doing? Open up the cabinets, bam, bam, bam. I'm like, what is she? Is she mad? Should I even get up?
Yeah, I know. You're always afraid. You're like, I don't even want to go downstairs.
Should I even get up?
She's going to make me do chores
She's gonna make, I better not be late for school.
before school.
Yeah.
She's going to make me wash the dishes from last night.
Yeah. And it's like she didn't mean to do it or anything. Like,
Yeah.
It's just who she was. She would just get up, be buzzing through the
I-
house. It was so funny.
I never heard my dad leave when he went to work. Never.
No.
No, because he's always quiet. My mom, gadoos down the stairs. I'm like, you're only 4'3". Why are you so loud?
How does that happen? It's always the smallest people, the most petite people.
She never-
They happen to make all that noise. And you're like, how do you do it?
She never walked like with your foot this way. She walked with her heel first.
Heel. Yeah.
It's like,
Yep.
why?
You could hear the heel hit, and then the toes slap the floor.
Yeah, it's like,
It's like boom, boom. It's like, yeah, it's like it's hard to recreate the sound, but it's like boom, slap.
yeah. It's like something. I don't know what. I just come up with something.
It sounds like it sounds like backwards flip flops.
What is that? Why are you wearing your flip-flops wrong? It's like I remember
with bass.
I remember my
Backwards
mom
flip-flops with bass.
I remember my mom one time when it was like Saturday morning, or it was a Friday actually. She was like, "When you get up to watch your cartoons, don't you dare be loud." Never was I loud. Never.
Of course.
And I always made my cereal, was quiet, and I always went slowly into the living room. And I knew where the creek was, so I made
You
sure I
walk
stepped
around
over it, or around it. And I sat down on my knees and I just ate my cereal and watched my cartoons really low, so I could barely hear it.
Yeah, right.
And then as soon as I went one up, why you have that up so loud?
Because I can't hear G.I. Joe.
I can't hear He-Man.
I can't hear He-Man.
I don't know what Skeletor is saying.
I can't hear the Smurfs.
I can't hear the Smurfies and the Snorks. Remember the Snorks?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think we talked about the Snorks before.
No, never talked
Maybe.
about the Snorks. Those things were weird.
Yeah, they were. They were snort. And you know what? If you say snork, you can almost kind of picture it. Even
Yeah.
if you've never seen one before.
Yep.
You
People are
have
like,
this
"What is
picture of a snork.
Yeah.
It's got like a snout on it.
It's a snout on its head. Yeah, it was weird.
Almost like the Teletubbies.
Yeah.
Ooh. That was creepy.
That was the scariest show on planet
Teletubbies.
Earth. On planet Earth.
My goodness.
I'm trying to remember what the other one. Magilla Gorilla.
I don't think I've ever heard of that.
Grape Ape.
To
You
be
ever-
honest with you.
Never heard of Magilla Gorilla?
Nope.
Oh, it's terrible. The Snorks never lasted long, though.
No.
They were on for, I think, maybe like 2 years and gone. They just vanished. They just disappeared.
Ooh, I just remembered Alf.
Alf. Yes, Alf.
He was one of my favorites.
He was great. What do you mean I didn't eat your cat?
Yeah, don't bring your cat around Alf.
Yeah, he'll eat
They're
it.
eating the cats. It's Alf. It's Alf.
That's
He's
great.
eating the cats.
He's eating the cats.
He's
there,
eating the cats.
Trump. But anyways,
He's eating the cats.
he's eating the cats.
I don't think he eats dogs though.
I mean, he could, but
I don't remember. I'm pretty sure he just ate cats.
he was like, "Ooh, that cat." He's like, That sounds so
It must have been Alf and Bigfoot. Wait, Harry and the Hendersons.
They had a show about that. I couldn't stand it.
No, I
liked
liked the movie.
The movie I liked. The show I couldn't stomach.
What was the one with the? I can't remember the name of this. I loved this freaking movie. It was about a boy and his alien friend. It's old. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do. I can't remember.
Mac and Me.
Yes,
Mac and Me.
yes.
Yeah,
'Cause
that
I used
was.
to call
I
it
can't-
mac and cheese.
Yeah, mac and
I don't know
cheese.
why.
because that's what it kind of reminded me of, mac and cheese.
Mac and Me.
And
yeah.
then the Purple People Eater.
Purple People Eater. Yeah.
All right, those are classics. If
Yep.
you've never seen it, go see it. It's old. If you don't like old movies, then don't watch it.
I actually watched an old TV show the other day. I watched Different Strokes.
Oh my goodness!
What you talking about, Willis? I was like, yes. And then
That's a show that I haven't
Facts of
seen in
Life I
forever.
watched,
Yeah, Facts
too.
of Life. Facts of Life.
The Facts of Life. What do you mean,
Do you remember?
Judy?
Do you remember Growing Pains?
Good Lord, yes.
I remember having growing pains.
Yeah, me too. In
Yeah,
my
I thought,
knees.
and I thought that was the worst pain ever.
Yeah, it was.
Now I'm old.
Yeah, now you just have constant pains.
Now it's growing pains all the time.
Yeah, no, it's everywhere.
Everywhere.
Growing all over my
At
body.
the same time.
Yeah. My knees hurt, my elbows, my shoulders,
Everything. My back.
my nose. I just picked it. But anyways, I have a long nail.
I got just one long nail.
Yeah, just one. Don't worry about that.
It's a scoop.
So it looks like an ice cream scoop at the end of it. I just get it out. Got it.
I reached up there and grabbed it.
Imagine sneezing with that in your nose by accident.
That would be something.
You'd be bleeding like a son of a.
Yeah, you probably like a stuffed pig.
Yeah, yeah. It would be.
The nose skin is very, very,
Very thin.
thin. Yeah. So any little nick
Ugh,
is
that would
like
suck.
it's like pouring out. You're like, oh, I could just see it like in a comedy movie, like a comedy spoof movie.
Yep.
Where like somebody did that and it just wouldn't stop and it would just be like everywhere and it'd be like getting tissues like and then cups and then bowls.
I'm fainting. I'm fainting.
Everything's going to black.
I wanted to watch Airplane last night, but I didn't watch it
Oh, why not?
because I was too dang tired.
Hmm.
I was exhausted from driving all the way to Bennington, driving all the way back, and just like,
Yes, it's training.
It's training time.
Training time.
Yeah, it's fun, sort of. Not really, but yeah. I fell asleep.
Do they train you with shock collars?
They should. Some people they should, that's for sure. I fell asleep in New Ashford rest area.
Yeah.
I was falling asleep driving home.
Right. So you pulled over.
I pulled over like smart. I just pulled over like. I woke up. I was like, "Oh my god, it's been 20 minutes," and I drove off.
Well, yeah. Hey,
I needed it.
Sometimes your eyelids just get so heavy.
Oh, that was bad. I was like,
yeah. It's
all right,
bad.
pull over.
You could roll the windows down all you want. You can
turn
turn
up
the
the
AC
music.
on, turn up the music, and
Doesn't do anything.
Start eating something, start drinking something. It doesn't matter. Sometimes your eyelids do not want to stay open, and if that happens, pull over.
"Yeah, please pull over."
Yes, just pull over and take a little break, because nothing is more important than
Than your
staying
life.
awake and your life and other
Exactly.
people's lives. So,
Exactly.
I mean, it is kind of an
Well, it's
important.
funny because I was eating these new chips that Lay's made.
Oh,
They're
wow.
called bacon and grilled cheese.
What?
Oh, they're so good, dude. They're
That could be-
so good.
They could be dangerous.
It's dangerous because I ate a whole bag. I bought 2 and ate the whole bag. I was like, I got one whole one.
This is like when Doritos came out with the cheeseburger. Like, it really did taste like a Whopper.
Yeah, it did.
I'm like, how did they do this?
Oh, they do it. They're like, just leave one in a Whopper, each one, and then
same
we'll put
thing-
it in the bag.
Same thing with the taco one. It was like, how did they do
The
this?
taco ones
The
are so good.
I could understand because it's a corn. The chip is corn.
Yep.
So it'd be easy to kind of get the tortilla part of it. But like, how did they get the rest?
I have no
It's like-
idea. It's
It was-
creepy.
It was
actually.
really good. You tricked me.
I want to
is
go to
what it
that
is.
science lab and see how they do this.
Yeah.
Okay, take this liquid acid and you just
Yeah. Yeah. That's
wait,
what it
what?
is. Believe me, that's probably what it is.
And then you take the toxic waste and just dip her right in there. And then what it does is it holds all the flavor in. Oh, all right.
Take this nitrous oxide and
Put that up your nose.
Put a little bit of this gelatin in there.
Yeah, just put that nitrous oxide right here.
A little bit for you.
Hey, man.
A little bit for the food. And a
Yeah.
little bit for me. And a little bit for the food.
That's exactly what What's-Her-Face used to do. What's her name?
Julia.
Yeah, Julia Childs.
Childs, yeah.
I'll take a little bit of wine for this, and then I'll take some for myself.
A little bit of brandy.
Like, holy moly. My dad would laugh every time she did it.
A little bit of brandy.
Don't you mind this? Just pounding it, and I'm like, put it in a glass at least.
Yeah. No.
Oh, man.
That wasn't her way.
Nope. She was great, though.
You know, Meryl Streep played a great Julia Childs.
She did. She
She
did really
did
good.
such a good job.
She did.
You could almost think that was Julia Childs.
Yeah,
Almost.
yeah.
Almost. She did good, though.
Did you see the Mr. Rogers movie?
I did not, but I do see the...
The Tom Hanks one?
yeah, I
He
do
did
see.
really
I
good.
did see the trailer for it at one point. I
wanna
did
wa-
hear that it was good.
I watched some of it, and it was really good, and then I just wanted to watch the whole thing because I didn't really get to the kids part.
my neighbor?
You know, where he was, I don't know what it was about, but I was like, oh, this is really good. I like it because I liked Mr. Rogers as a kid.
Yeah.
We should use that as our our intro music next time. Do, 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 do. That'd be great.
Won't you be my neighbor?
Would you be my neighbor?
Would you like to be my neighbor?
I want to see someone do that now, but creepier.
Won't you be my neighbor?
He'll come in the door and be like, won't you be my neighbor?
I'm gonna take my shoes off now.
Oh, that smells nasty.
I need some odor eaters.
Then he'd be like, I'm going to put on my wrong sweater. That's the bloody one. From my neighbor.
That would be great. That would be good.
Mail's
that would be
here.
good.
I'm not home.
Take it back.
Yeah. I don't want these bills. Give it to the
They
kids
don't-
that are watching the show.
They don't tell you that they're bills, but they are.
We should make a show called Won't You Be My Neighbor? Chuck and Billy.
Yeah.
We'll talk like him. Hey, folks. How are you?
But he did teach kids about,
He did.
a little bit of just to have manners, and
Yep. Didn't work very well.
it worked for our generation.
worked for our
I mean, Our
generation.
generation, we pretty much have some good
Maybe you
manners.
should have a new Mr. Rogers.
Yeah, but kids don't sit around and watch TV that often. They go on YouTube now and they watch other kids play video games.
Yeah, which is
What?
sad. Yeah. Why don't you just play the game he's playing?
I don't know. I mean, again, to each their own.
Yeah.
I tried to watch somebody play. It was just
can't.
too much anxiety for me. I was like, no. Oh.
Like when I was playing Friday the 13th, the game.
Yeah.
I watched one dude play. I'm like, dude, where are you going? They're that way. You're aggravating the crap out of me. Go that. Oh my God. And I was like, I can't do this. Done. Can't do it. It's just.
I think there's a game on PS5 that you can download.
Yeah.
That is just about crashing cars. Like,
Yep.
just crash cars.
Oh, it's called Wrecked. I own it.
Do you?
That's so fun, dude.
I think I looked at it. I haven't been on PS5 for a bit, but I got to go back on there because I think I saw it and I was like,
so
I gotta,
fun,
I
dude.
gotta do this because it would be fun.
Well, part 2's coming out. I want to get that one, but I don't play that much because I'm always somewhere else.
Busy, doing things.
Yeah, taking over stores for people that are terrible. Anyways, whoops.
What are we gonna do tonight, Brian?
What are we doing? It's very good.
Same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
Let's do it. Pinky and Brain. I remember that.
Pinky and the brain.
What was the one that I hated? I couldn't stand DuckTales that much.
Nah, it wasn't a real DuckTales fan, but the music is nostalgic.
Yeah.
'Cause
And
it always-
Maniacs I loved.
Because it came on like I think in the afternoon, like after you get out of school or something like that.
Yeah.
And it just kind of takes you back to that time.
Right after the after school special.
Yeah, Seventh Heaven. Claire Danes.
No.
Wasn't it
no,
Claire Danes?
Danes was in My So-Called Life.
Yeah, that's it. My soul.
Yeah.
I actually
Where
liked
she was in
that
high
one.
school. I loved that show.
I did like that one.
I had a crush on her friend. What was her name?
I don't know.
I can't remember her name. I had a crush on her big time.
I think
I was like, she's so cute.
I haven't seen that in so long.
Because she was in People Under the Stairs.
Yeah.
That's the girl that I had a crush on. Huge crush on.
That was such a good movie. People think it's scary, but it's not.
It's not. It's basically like, well, they're trapped and this kid's trying to help them.
Yeah,
And then they want their help.
Even
Yeah.
the kid is scared at first because he's
Yeah.
like, "What is all this?" You know, like, "What?" He thought they were going to eat him.
Well, I would too.
Yeah, definitely. But they didn't have any teeth, I don't think.
No, they had no teeth. They had no tongues.
Yeah, they couldn't really.
I'm like, you can't taste them, man.
No, they had
Sorry.
teeth, I think.
Yeah,
They had
didn't
no
have any
tongues, or
Yeah.
some didn't have ears or eyes. Hear no evil,
Yeah, 'cause
see
it was
no
like,
evil.
yeah, that's what it
speak no
was.
evil.
Yeah.
Mother. That's
Mother.
it. Yep.
That was a good movie. I like that movie. They're
was.
going to remake that. I don't want them to touch that. I want them to leave it alone.
If they remake it, it has to be exactly like the first.
Yeah,
one.
because if they remake it and they turn it into an actual horror where people just get killed, and
Yeah.
it's not going to be the same. It's going to be dumb.
No, because the whole thing was about helping the
Yeah.
underprivileged people, and these
Yeah.
were people who were, like landlords, slumlords, really.
Yep.
And they would take all these people's money for the rents and never actually
Use it.
use
to
it
fix
for the
anything.
buildings. Yeah, so they all lived in. It kind of sounds like Pittsfield, doesn't it? No, just kidding. I'm just kidding. There are a lot of nice buildings.
We
in Pittsfield.
love Pittsfield.
But they would just take their money and they would just they'd use it for themselves.
yeah, exactly.
And this kid who
Well, I mean,
was
we do have bad
low,
landlords here.
we do, but this is one of the low income kids that goes there. And him and his brother and somebody else are going to
Yep.
go and try and rob the place.
Yeah. Oh, it was a kid. It was what the heck's his name? I can't remember his name.
I can't remember his name either.
Yeah, they were going to rob the place, and they used him as a ploy.
Yeah,
to be
yeah.
like a Boy Scout or something.
Yeah, at the door.
Would you like to buy some cookies?
Yeah.
Would you like to buy some cookies?
Yeah, and as it turns out, these people had like all these teenage boys in the walls.
Yeah.
Like they lived in the walls. They couldn't get out of the house. So
Nope.
the house was rigged.
Yep.
So if you got into the house, you could never get out.
It was great.
So
Such a
it
good
goes on-
movie.
Yeah, it was a good movie.
And the dog was evil,
Yeah. I felt kind of bad for it.
and it burped up the ring.
Yeah.
I was
I was like,
ew.
someone just needs to love that puppy.
He's so cute. I love you. Give me my fingers. Give me my finger.
Give me my arm back.
Stop it. That hurts.
Yeah. It
was a good movie.
It was good. There is so what is it? Next week, not this coming weekend, but next weekend is when the new Final Destination is coming out. It's supposed to be the last one. And then next year in September, I just saw this. I don't know. I'm hoping I wish they didn't tell me that it was happening now because it's a whole year and a half away. But next September in 2026 they're coming out with part 2 for Practical Magic, and both Nicole Kidman and Sandra Bullock are going to be in it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I liked the first one. I didn't mind the first one.
Loved the first one.
It was great.
And of course, there was Stevie Nicks songs in it, and I have a lot of great memories in it, and it is some good nostalgia for me whenever I watch that movie. But I'm excited to see what they got coming for 2026 in September.
I don't like Hocus Pocus.
I liked the first one.
I don't like any of
I
them.
couldn't really get into the second one. I just couldn't get into it.
I can't get in any of them. I don't know what it is. People are probably like, "What are you talking about? Such a good movie."
I laughed. I thought it was great. And then I ended up going to Salem a few years ago. I think 2020. It was like it was during the vid.
During the vid times.
During the vid time. But there was nobody there because I went in November.
It was empty.
No, there was hardly anybody there. I went like the first week of November. My friend Jeff, his birthday's in the first week of November. So we went to Salem. Neither one of us had ever been there.
Yeah.
And you get to actually see, so one of the houses they filmed in is there. Actually, a couple of places they filmed in is there. So you get to actually see the houses. It's pretty cool. And one is right next to the wharf. So you get to hang out at the wharf and then look over, and there's a house, and I wonder, people live there. People do live there. And I wonder how many times they look out their windows and see people gawking at their house.
Oh, yeah, like the Amityville Horror.
Yeah, like,
I want to live there.
Yeah. It's such a cool house. No, they actually are really nice, from what I heard. I never went up to the house, but I could see it. They got pictures.
I went there for my birthday last year to go to the Salem Witch Trials Museum.
Yep.
It was awesome because they put you in this room and it's just a circle.
Yep.
They make you sit, and they got this huge satanic thing on the freaking floor. It's creepy.
It's probably not satanic. It's probably
it's not.
Wiccan.
It's not. Yeah, it's Wiccan, but it's
Like
just it's just the way it was. Yeah, I'm sitting there going, and I look at my
it's
wife.
creepy, but you gotta.
I look at my wife, and then it lights up red. She's like, "The floor's not going to open, is it?" I was like, "I have no idea." And then she looks up.
All
and
of a sudden, you hear.
And all these this red light goes up to a demon, like the devil, and she's like, just staring up. She's like, "That thing's not going to come down here, is it?" I was like, well, if it does, I guess we're all going to be dead. So, and I was like, "No, honey, they're just statues. They're not going anywhere."
The
and they
logic
just told
there.
you the whole story. It was amazing.
The logic there was just ridiculous. Tell us you're a witch or die.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Okay, sure, no.
And they're not witches, but like, so they get killed. I was like, what?
Tell us you're not from here, you die.
Yeah.
I'm not from here.
Yeah, right? Yeah, so of course you're not going to.
I live in Pittsfield.
I am definitely a witch.
Yeah.
Do I get to live?
I'm a warlock. Is that okay? Oh, that's fine. Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
What is a warlock?
We're not worried about war. Yeah, what is a warlock? Gentlemen, what is a warlock?
It's kind of like a Viking, but
I'm not sure. Do they lock wars? I'm not sure.
it'd be like Ron Burgundy saying it. Well, a warlock is kind of like an old wooden ship.
An old wooden ship.
That's what it is.
Get me an old wooden chip now. Get me a glass of whiskey with an ice cube.
I
in
like
it.
Scotch. Scotch.
Scotchy,
There
Scotchy,
it goes
Scotch.
down into my belly.
Oh, Mom, I tell you.
I love that movie.
Yeah,
I love them both, actually. They're both funny.
they are.
I mean, I didn't like the ending to the second one. It was all right, but where he had the shark as a pet. He's like, look who it is.
Look who it is.
Look who it is. Sharky. No. No.
Oh. That makes
so
me think
funny.
of the shark, that cartoon or whatever.
Which one was? Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, don't sing the
Dang it.
song. Don't sing the song.
Yes, what the heck's the name of it?
Because it's like the song that can go on and on forever.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
the song that never ends.
The song that never ends. The song that never ends.
Yes, it can go on and on, my friends.
Yeah. Oh, good lord.
Some people started singing it, not knowing what it was, kept right on singing it forever
yeah.
just because. This
Yeah,
is the
'cause it's
song
super
that
duper fun.
never ends. Yeah, but the shark cartoon had the same thing.
Was it just a beat?
do.
Yeah, they didn't sing it, did they, or was it just a beat?
No, there were words.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought
Yeah.
it was just the beat. Anyway.
Yeah, no. Why is it so catchy?
I love it. It's so great.
Now you have to put on a different song because that one's going to be stuck in your head.
Yeah, I'm going to be sitting there going, the song that shut up. I'm going to start walking the dogs. I'm like, the song that... Why?
I'm Henry VIII, I am. Henry VIII, I am.
Start singing Benny Hill. There we go. That's good. Got it.
Now it's not stuck in your head anymore.
Yay. Now that's stuck. I knew it.
Benny Hill?
Yes.
Now you're going to have to get in your car and listen to it.
I love Benny Hill. I can't find all his old shows, man. It's driving me nuts, but, whatever. It is what it is. But it's almost time for us to go bye-byes. So we wanted to thank you for listening to our show. We really appreciate it. We'll see you next week at 3:30, and we will be on here for an hour. God, you have to deal with us. Anyways, have a good one, fellas. Ladies.
And that's it. We've reached the bitter end. Or, the slightly sour, lukewarm end. Another episode of Not Your Cup of Tea successfully survived, mostly. We hope you made it out with at least some of your brain cells intact. We'd like to thank you, the brave listeners who dared to venture into our twisted little world. We know there are countless other ways you could have spent the last hour. Learning a new language, curing cancer, finally cleaning that weird stain in your fridge. But you chose to spend it with us. We're flattered, slightly concerned. As you return to your regularly scheduled lives,
I could still be done in time to lay in bed, stare at the ceiling, and slip slowly into madness. But what would I wear?
may you carry with you the profound wisdom and insightful commentary you've gleaned from this show. Or, just forget it ever happened. That's probably the healthier option. So, until next week, remember to stay hydrated, avoid prolonged exposure to sunlight, and for the love of all that is holy,
that the power of Christ compels you! The power of Christ compels you!
don't tell anyone you listen to this radio show. We have a reputation to maintain, as minimal as it may be. Until next week, folks, I'm out.